Howdy everybody! I know it's been a while since you've seen me in front of the camera, but it is time for the 2023 Q&A response. I'm going to do this in a little bit of different style because this is a little bit of a preview of what's about to come. I will have an update at the end of this video so you guys can know exactly what is going on, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started with some questions. Trust me, you will want to stick around to the end of the video. I promise. What is Lehigh Valley Steam? What is Union Pacific 9000? And what is Boston and Maine 284? Quite frankly, I think that's an answer for the Google machine because quite frankly, I have not seen any of those. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know when I will. Especially since the Boston and Maine 284s, I don't even know if any of them are around anymore. How did you enjoy coming up here for 113? I very much enjoyed it, and I hope to come back and do it again. Also, how many whistles do you own? This many! Alright, so now we're inside a undisclosed location in my man cave. You can probably see me in the reflection. And to answer this dude's question, here are my whistles. I think the official number to answer the question is 8, but I'll go ahead and talk about them so that everybody knows. This one right here is my MD Whistles Southern Railway 3-chime. This is the version 2. It has been steam tested in the past. It's one of the whistles that was featured in the Ravenna Whistleblow video. And if we're not mistaken, this is also the one, if you look up the version 2 and you've seen that video of it being tested at CAS on Big 6, then yeah, it's I think this is the one. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We're hoping to get it on Steam again soon. We just don't know where yet. My 3-inch diameter Lunkenheimer 3-chime. It's got the bald top. So that means it is from the 19th century. It has a great sound. We did some steam testing on it in May of last year. You can probably find that video. It's kind of getting into a rhythm. Those some of these have been steam tested and some of them you have seen before. And I have blown all of these, by the way. All the ones that have been tested at least. So yeah, that one's pretty cool. Here's another Lunkenheimer. This is a 5-inch diameter Lunkenheimer single note whistle, or a hooter whistle. 3 chimes means they have 3 notes with each chime. Hooters, or single chimes, mean they have 1 note. This one is a 5-inch diameter Crosby 3-chime. It's a beauty. This is basically what it looked like whenever I bought it. We haven't tested it yet. We have addressed a few concerns of the language plate and a few other issues with it on the center support, but if we can get it tested before we can get it repaired, that's what we're hoping for. But if we have to get it repaired before we get it tested, then we'll find somebody to do it. But so yeah, that's that one. The shiny one here is my 6-inch diameter Crosby 3-chime. This one is probably the jewel of the collection right now, since it's if you've seen the pictures on my media pages of it whenever I first got it and now, you will be shocked that it looks this way. And down here is a 2-inch diameter Crosby. This type of whistle was used by the New York City subway trains. We have not tested, repaired, or done anything with it right now since we literally just got it, but the language plate is jammed in some spots, so not all the chimes will sound. It needs repairs, but it's cool. I like it. This is a 3-inch diameter Crosby 3-chime. It's also got some language plate issues. Not every whistle is gonna be perfect whenever you buy it, unless you inspect it first and then you buy it, or you just know the condition. But you know, it's good, and each of the nuts stand for, you know, the different time periods. Like this nut stands for an old style. This one stands for transitional, and this one is new style. Each one has their different eras. Focus. Each one has their different eras, and I hope to get it tested soon. I just don't know where. And lastly, the one that's got a funky valve underneath it. This one is my British Railways 2.5-inch diameter single chime, or hooter. And this one came off of a 9F. I was very lucky to have found this one actually in the States, and I am a very proud owner to have this one. This one and the Crosby are probably the two jewels of my collection, and this one has also been on Steam. So, those are all the whistles, and I also have a few other nerdy railroad things. So yeah, that's how many whistles I own. And the collection is only growing from there, so who knows, maybe next year it could be doubled. Probably not, but you never know. What did I think of 4501's Virginia and Southwestern 3-chime? I liked it, although I like the Princeton better. Opinion on 630 having white walls. I really like it, and I really hope they keep it. Do I still think the Central of Georgia 6 is hot garbage? It is quite frankly not Central of Georgia! It is quite frankly Nathan. And yes, I do think it's garbage. How long have I been shooting videos at Tweetsie for? Pretty much ever since I started the channel, although the first video I ever took of it was back in 2013, so that's over 10 years now of photographing Tweetsie, which is amazing. What about Tweetsie Railroad keeps bringing you back? All the people, the same 2 steam engines, they're some of my favorites in the country, and you guys give me a lot of support with it, so hey, why not go to one of the happiest places on earth? Will I be back at Tweetsie for the 2024 season? I will be back for as long as I'm alive. Hopefully. What's my favorite rail fanning moment? Are you talking about this past year or just in general? Because each one, I really don't know the answer. Let's just say I don't know. What's my least favorite rail fanning moment? Probably something that would have gone completely wrong, but I don't know. That's really a private matter, if anybody were to ask me that and I tell them, because quite frankly, with how popular my channel is now, I don't want to discourage anybody anymore. What are some things I look forward to when I go rail fanning? Well, the train itself, and also getting to meet a bunch of different people, some of which are major fans. Will GSMR finally run to Andrews? Well, I'll give you the short answer. What is my favorite tractor? I don't know really. Probably, I guess John Deere, I don't know, or Kubota, one of the two. What is my least favorite whistle? One that doesn't sound like it should, or one that squeals a lot. 2 whistles about 2 years ago would really explain that one. What kind of camera and editing software do I use? Well, the camera you are staring through right now is the Canon Vixia HF-G50, and in terms of the editing software, I use CyberLink Power Director. Do I know Tweetsie has to follow the 1472 inspection rule? I know that one is a little odd, but I was just curious. Well, just like GSMR, I will give you a very long and detailed answer this time. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. Let me try and get this back. The batteries are dead! I'll be back in just a second. Just hang on. Are donuts just cake-flavored bagels? You really think that this question requires me to answer? Well, let me give you the answer. They are both independent from each other. The only reason that they're probably similar is because they're both bread and in a circle. It's just one is covered in sugar and one is not. Which do I prefer, the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum or the North Carolina Transportation Museum? I personally prefer the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. Favorite Thomas the Tank Engine character, if I have one, of course. Probably Henry. What tripods do I recommend for rail fanning? One that is fairly higher quality built. Don't buy one at Walmart. They will break fairly easy. Any advice or tips for rail fanning the narrow gauge railroads of Colorado? Plan multiple days at each location. Except maybe Georgetown Loop, you might be able to get away with one day, but still. If you can plan multiple days, especially at Durango and Cumbres and Toltec, I highly recommend it, especially if you want to ride the train. What are my thoughts on Southern 722 being restored to operation on the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad? It is very exciting, and I'm hoping for another update because we haven't heard about it since Strasburg. Get on top of it. Of the two preserved lines of the former Denver and Rio Grande Western narrow gauge system, do you prefer the Cumbres and Toltec Scenic Railroad or the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad? I'm gonna go on a limb and say the Cumbres and Toltec. Why? Because why not? I just like the ride better. I think you get more worth out of your money. Do I hope to catch a video of East Broad Top 14 and 15 running again once they're both restored? Yeah, whenever they do. I know East Broad Top doesn't like to announce when dates are happening because, quite frankly, they don't want to repeat what a certain other railroad that I'm showing on screen now did. Do I hope to see a doubleheader excursion run with Santa Fe 2926 and Santa Fe 3751. I'm just hoping that both have their respective places to run. I don't necessarily know about a doubleheader, but I'm just hoping that they both have good places to run, and also, whenever they do have good places to run, that they are able to stretch their legs a bit. There are quite a few spots that can handle a 484. It just depends on whether the Santa Fe engines can go on it. What are my thoughts on Canadian National 5288 being acquired by the Cole-Brookdale Railroad? Well, if they can get it restored, I like it. Which appearance do I prefer of 1702? Probably the southern paint. I don't care about smoke box color as long as it just looks good. What is my favorite train car? Probably either lightweight passenger cars or 3-bay coal hoppers. What is my favorite Christmas decoration appearance of ETNWNC number 12 during Tweetsy Christmas? Probably 2018. Silver Smokebox really slapped. Are you planning to rail fan the Hogwarts Express at Universal Orlando Resort? Nope. If you could give one piece of advice to your past self, back when you had just started the channel, what advice would you provide? Quite honestly, I really don't know. I guess just continue what you're doing, don't listen to any of the haters, and also, love your life. Love what you do. What's one thing I never expected to be able to rail fan? Probably the East Broad Top. East Broad Top. What do I look forward to seeing the most in the coming years? A lot more stuff that I either need to reshoot again or stuff that I haven't seen before. Preferably the latter, but we'll see. And now for the bonus question. How much are you willing to bet that number 9 won't be running for next year's Threshers Reunion? What are your opinions on the commuter rail trains from Utah, aka Frontrunner? Honestly, I didn't even know they existed until you told me about this. If I'm assuming they're either state-sponsored or private, I'm hoping they succeed. Do I think that Nickel Plate Red 765 and Reading and Northern 425 should have a double header? More or less, I think they should meet again, if 425 runs again, which is probably fairly likely. And also, if 765 ever comes back to Pennsylvania, which we'll see. Do I think Western Maryland 202's whistle should be blown again? It still has its whistle? Do you think that for 190's 100th birthday, if she even lives till then, are you suggesting that should they put the White Passing Yukon 5 chime on her again? It's really up to Tweetsy on that matter. I mean, it'd be cool if they could do it, but we'll see. Where did I get your 2023 intro sound from? By then I mean what video and what timestamps. And I think you mean timestamp, but anyway. It was on one of my Tweetsy videos. I'll try to find what video it was, and then I'll tell you what timestamp it was, because quite frankly, I don't know off the top of my head. I just randomly picked a clip of it, and then I did it. Alright, that is the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this new style. Kind of similar to how I did a few years ago. Quite frankly, I did this in this style because of some things that I am very excited to announce for you guys. First and foremost, and you could probably tell by the logo, 2024 marks the 10th anniversary of Steven Sane Railfan Productions, which is mind-blowing. I didn't even know I'd be able to get this far. Or if I did get this far, I didn't expect to be the level where I am. In celebration of the 10th anniversary, we have switched up whistles on the intro, and we've also made this new 10th anniversary logo. Look at it! It is so beautiful! Kudos to my brother for making it, by the way. In addition to the 10th anniversary, or should I say, coming with the 10th anniversary, we are now adding channel memberships. I am so excited, and they are going to come in 3 different levels, and I will explain what they are right now. The 10th anniversary is going to be a lot of fun. I am very excited for the coming videos, and I will see you all next time. See you later, everybody!